everyone, this is JPL back with
Matthew here.
Yeah, and today we are the council of the podcast naming the brackets, and today's subject is an overview of the summer movies. So, it's a short thing. Anyway, let's just get started with the first one, which is what? This one?
Captain America Civil War. Probably the biggest hit of the summer. It made the most money.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want very specific details about that, we have a podcast of this ourselves. And let's just give an overview.
Okay. My thoughts is it's a lot better than Batman vs. Superman.
No. It's your... Yeah, we're entitled to opinions anyway. You guys.
Well, Batman vs. Superman, sure, it was artistic, but in the end, I don't think it worked out. Whereas Captain America Civil War, it wasn't quite as artistic, but it was good. And so it ended up better than Batman vs. Superman.
Good. It was generic.
Okay.
Okay. Is that all for this movie?
Sure. I mean, we're doing this quickly.
Yeah, but we don't want it to be like a 5-minute video.
Why not?
It's not... Just make it... Just drag it out a bit more. Like, what else do we want to say about it?
Well, we already did our podcast. I don't think we need to focus on this one.
Yeah, okay. Finding Dory.
I didn't see that one because I heard it was Finding Nemo again.
No, it wasn't that. I very much did not like this movie. So think of Finding Nemo and the gloriousness that it was. This is not that. This is just finding Dory's parents and finding them after the first 5 minutes and then having this impossible octopus and humans and all that. And Sigourney Weaver. It was disturbing. Like, all the magic of the first film, just gone for lame jokes and all that. It was a very unnecessary movie. Probably like the second Incredibles is, which, depending on where they have that story, could work and could not work. Is that so? That's basically...
It is worth noting, though, that it is the second most successful movie of the summer.
Oh, I don't see how it's successful. It's a bad movie.
It isn't. It's box office success, not critical success. Even though it got a lot of critical success as well.
Yeah, it should not. Anyway, for this other one that you weren't a part of, Suicide Squad.
Okay, my thoughts on it was really great.
Okay.
My favorite movie of the year so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think my thoughts on DC are that they are rarely good, but when they are good, they are way better than Marvel.
Interesting thing. My thoughts on DC is DC all the way. Yeah, it's bias, and
yes,
it's my worldview. You know, some of our presuppositions and biases that shape the way we think, act, and feel towards the world around us.
Okay.
Well, since we have a podcast on this in specific details, but you can check that out. And do you have any specific things you want to say about this, or no?
I don't know. I don't know what movie the critics watched. But I feel like I watched a completely different movie because the reviews for it were abysmal and felt like they didn't describe the movie that I watched.
Yeah. And for me, I think it was an okay movie. The only thing that I do not like about the movie was how they just cut out almost all of the Joker's scenes in it, which I think was just a bad move.
My question, though, is were the Joker scenes that good? Because Jared Leto isn't necessarily a good actor if he doesn't have a script, from what I understand.
Yeah, I see.
So, yeah, my question is, were those cut because of time, or were they cut because
the reason why they were cut is because they kind of didn't fit the flow of how the movie was going, so
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say, but I liked what I saw with Jared Leto, but that just wasn't enough for me to get a good opinion on him. So,
Yeah.
or any, in that matter. And I hear that there's like about an hour of footage.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. I do think DC needs to stop making movies and then cutting them and then releasing the ultimate cut saying,
we don't.
oh no, the ultimate cut fixes everything.
Well, it does for Batman v Superman, but for Suicide
Yeah,
Squad, I don't think they've ever announced the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, they have.
When?
I don't know, but pretty soon after it came out in theaters.
No, that's what fans were saying is what they needed to have. But it was never.
I think it's official at this point, but I think that DC needs to stop making movies and then promising to everyone that, oh, don't worry, when the Ultimate comes out, then you'll like it.
Yeah, like they just need to get the director's vision in it.
I don't know. I don't think they need the director's vision because I think they're giving the directors too much control because they have the bad habit of choosing directors that have either never directed big blockbusters or have directed okay blockbusters. So when they give them total creative control, it ends up a little bit shaky.
Well, I think that the director's vision of Batman v Superman was the one that should have been released in theaters, which we are now transitioning to the next movie, Batman v Superman.
Oh, that one wasn't a summer movie, and we already discussed this one in depth.
Yes, we did. And so, if you want to know what we think in depth, then go and watch it. And, well, I have to say, since the one that we talked about was before the Ultimate Edition, I would say that the Ultimate Edition is the best version of the movie.
And I would say that I made it about 30 minutes into the Ultimate Edition before thinking, why am I watching this movie over again?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not worth my time.
It's worth anyone's time if they even want to watch a good movie. You want to watch the... I can't read you, Matthew, so you're just a difficult person. Anyway, what's the next? Star Trek.
Yes. Did you see this one?
Like, I've been wanting to see it but in the States, since I don't have a car and movies, they cost a lot, I couldn't watch it, so.
Okay, so my experience was very unique. My grandmother was going to take me to see Jason Bourne. Okay. But the night before she did that, she was like, hey, do you want to go to this cool drive-in movie theater that I just found? So I was like, yeah, sure, and I looked over the list and they had Star Trek Beyond showing, so I thought, okay, that's a movie that I kind of want to see, and I wouldn't mind going to see it. So I went to the drive-in movie theater. We got a big bucket of popcorn and sat in her big red truck and watched the movie, and it was really good. It doesn't feel like a big movie. It feels like they took a typical Star Trek episode and extended it over 2 hours. So it doesn't have a lot of like influence on the rest of the Star Trek world. It's just a very contained episodic movie.
Okay.
But as the anniversary movie for the series, it feels like it fits.
Okay. But it's a shame that there's not a cameo by Leonard Nimoy in it.
Yes.
Or is there?
No, there isn't. Okay. But I think he had already died by the time they filmed it.
Yeah. Anyway. So, Ghostbusters. We've not seen that. Okay.
No.
Basically, we're just going off of what we've heard. It's terrible.
For me, I've never seen the original Ghostbusters, and I feel that a lot of audiences are saying it's bad simply because it's different. So I believe it's being judged unfairly, but I haven't seen the movie, so I can't actually...
So, before the first trailer for this movie came out, well, since they're just giving you information about the movie, they had the movie on Netflix, the both of them, and so I watched them. And then I saw the trailer, and the problem was that they just reused a lot of things from the original thing. Like, jokes and stuff. It's not like how Star Wars, it kind of worked, but this one, it didn't seem to work. It's just, we've seen that joke before, and they're just reusing it. Anyway, what's next? This life, BFG. Did you see that?
No, that one was actually a really big flop. A Steven Spielberg movie that was supposed to make a lot of money, but it didn't.
Like, wasn't it like critically acclaimed or something?
Yeah, but it was not at all successful. Very similar to Bridge of Spies last year.
Okay. Like, it's a movie that I would want to watch because it's another Steven Spielberg thing, and he usually does a good job.
I'm not a big Steven Spielberg. Like, I don't watch all of his movies, so I feel like, I mean, from what I've heard, it isn't necessarily worth me watching.
Okay. So, Tarzan, we have not seen.
No.
I just think it just looks bad.
Yeah. I've heard it was a good action movie. Maybe not the strongest story, but
it just looked bad from all the posters and trailers I saw. It doesn't have a feeling of a Tarzan thing. Just like, why does he have pants? Where's his little leaf thing? Why is he wearing pants? It's weird. So, in an Independence Day resurgence, the first trailer, basically when I heard this was coming out, I just thought it's completely unnecessary.
Did you see it?
No.
Me neither.
No, I just heard that it just kind of flopped.
Yeah, it wasn't at all successful.
Yeah. So Jason Bourne.
That one was actually really good. I know it's getting a lot of negativity because it doesn't really change anything about the formula of the series, but
this series has always been the exact same formula, so
yeah. I think, like, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And especially after the Jeremy Renner movie, it's very nice to see another Jason Bourne movie that feels like Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't think the movie was bad. I didn't think was jaw-dropping amazing. I just thought it's another Bourne movie, and they're usually pretty good.
However, the Las Vegas car chase scene and the Greek protest scene, those were very good.
They're all very good.
Yes.
If you just watch them all in a row, they kind of feel like the same film with more things.
Yeah.
Except for the Legacy one, which I need to rewatch that one. I just forgotten what was in it. I just know that he just takes something out of his chest.
It's a good spy movie, and however, they put the Bourne title in front of it, and it doesn't work if you put the Bourne title in front of it.
My only complaint about the movie, well, this movie here, the Jason Bourne movie, was that it's called Jason Bourne and not the Bourne something.
Yeah.
Which I'm really big on continuity, and that's just shooting you in the face saying, hey, no more. You want that kind of title? Make it yourself. Anyway, next one, X-Men Apocalypse.
I haven't seen that one yet. From what I've heard, very mixed reviews so far, and when it's available to rent on Amazon, I'll probably watch it.
Okay. I thought it was pretty good. My only complaints about it is they're just taking place back in the younger cast instead of their modern timeline. Like, it takes place in the 70s and 80s. And I just think that there's really no connection to it if it's in a different culture.
I do have to say, though, I want to see Sophie Turner as Jean Grey, because she's really good in Game of Thrones, so...
Okay. And then Conjuring 2 you wanted to see.
Yes, I'll probably see that on Amazon as well.
Sausage Party.
I'll probably watch it eventually just to see what all of the noise is about.
Like, if I have, like, nothing else to watch and that thing's just right there, it's like, I'll watch it. This came out February?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, The Shallows. That one's actually interesting. I was going to go and see it, but I didn't end up seeing it. But if you don't know about it, it's actually one of the breakout hits of the summer. And it was marketed almost completely online.
Okay.
So, and from what I've heard, it's like a more personal, emotional Jaws type of story.
Okay. And Warcraft.
Warcraft?
I heard that Warcraft, no one liked it.
Yeah, I've heard of people who enjoyed it but didn't like it.
Okay. Alice Through the Looking Glass. It's one that I want to watch, but because by the time I decided, I'm going to watch it, it was only in Spanish. And in the States, it cost a lot of money. So
I've only heard negative reviews for it, so I probably won't watch it unless it's like on Netflix.
Yeah. Pete's Dragon.
That one is another big failure in line with the BFG.
Oh, but that one, it makes a lot of sense why it's a big failure.
I have, however, heard though that it is a good movie and that the first scene or something is really good.
For me, I just think that it's pretty dumb. Like, just the green dragon. I think the animation effect of it looks fantastic, but it just looks so weird. Dragons, we normally perceive dragons as having scales. This dragon has fur. And plus, Pete's Dragon is just a remake of an older movie.
Yeah.
Except this time, this dragon is live action instead of the cartoon with humans.
So, I think we've hit most of the big summer movies. I mean, unless you want to talk about The Secret Life of Pets.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, me neither. I didn't want to watch it because I'm just kind of getting tired of these kind of movies.
Yeah.
Fully animated movies. I'm getting too old for this kind of thing. There's a movie that's supposed to be on this list here, The Ninja Turtles.
Oh. I didn't grow up watching their cartoons, so I don't really have an interest in that.
Well, I grew up watching the cartoons, specifically the 80s one, which I love this one better than the first one just because they just brought in so many references and characters from the original series, which I think is a good job.
Okay.
But story-wise and in general, the movie is just kind of lame. It's just a fun thing. Just one of those things you want to watch just because you want some fun. And that's it.
Okay. So, as we're going into Oscar season, are there any fall movies you're looking forward to?
Fall?
Yeah. Not winter yet, because winter's a completely different discussion.
Fall. I don't think there's anything.
I mean The Arrival, if that decides to show up.
Is October fall?
Yeah.
Okay, then Doctor Strange.
And Fantastic Beasts is also coming out around then.
Isn't that November, though?
It's close enough.
November 17.
Okay.
In Germany.
Yeah, I think it's earlier in the States.
Okay.
And where we live, who knows when it's coming out.
Who knows? It could be a week before, it could be a month afterwards.
Yep.
Like, back when I was living in a different country, you know Bridge to Terabithia?
Yes.
Well, that came out in 2006 in the States. But that movie, came out on DVD, and then they have, like, Blockbuster stores all around with not pirated movies, actual movies that they wouldn't go and bring down. Mm-hmm. And they had that there. But that movie didn't come into a theater until 3 years later.
Yeah, that's very common outside of the U.S., especially with smaller movies. I think there was one movie from last year that just hit theaters here. So...
Yeah, and I thought, like, that's weird. That came out 3 years ago. I have it on DVD.
So I'm hoping that we'll get some of the Oscar season movies down here in the fall, but most likely they'll be around February or January.
Okay. So,
Oh, I forgot to mention the ones that I'm excited for. So first, The Arrival.
Okay.
Are you excited at all for that one?
I was the first few minutes of the trailer, and then once the trailer went on, they kind of just like giving me too much information about the movie, which now I'm not as excited, but I just want to watch it either way.
Okay. And then, yeah, hopefully that one comes out down here.
And what? Dunkirk comes out next year?
Yeah, Dunkirk is next year.
All right. So is that all we have for the overview?
Yeah, so do you want to do your top 3 favorite movies of the year so far?
Do you want to go first?
Okay, so number 3 is Knight of Cups. I saw that one on Netflix, and really weird movie, but really good. Number 2 is probably Zootopia. Oh wait, no, it's The Lobster. I forgot about that one, which hopefully it'll win big at the Oscars. It's a really good, hilarious, dark, funny, lonely movie. And then, of course, Suicide Squad, which is my favorite so far.
Okay. So for me, at number 3 is not The Killing Joke. And the reason why is just because of the first 30 minutes that have nothing to do with the whole storyline. Number 2 is Suicide Squad. I don't know. The idea of Suicide Squad has never been something I've ever been entirely excited for. Because they don't really focus too much on my favorite heroes. It's just mostly on villains that are there. And my favorite villains are kind of there as cameos at this point. So, and then number 1 would be Batman v Superman, Ultimate Edition.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Killing Joke came out in the summer.
Yes, it did.
And you didn't see it yet.
No. From what I've heard, I don't really want to see it either.
Like, the only thing you would want, if you're going to watch it, I would probably say, if you don't want to watch the things that everyone hates, just skip the entire 30 minutes into the actual Killing Joke thing. Because the only reason why the first 30 minutes are in it, just to give the whole Joker shooting Barbara a tragic story. And it does not work well. I feel like they probably should have just completely changed the story and have the beginning first 30 minutes a few years behind, where the Joker has the realization, is like, I wonder if I can turn someone to be crazy like me. And then he goes to jail, and then later Batman's thinking, we're gonna kill each other again, and then the whole story begins. That's how I think it should have gone down.
Okay.
Because Killing Joke and Batman in the first beginning, it's not a good title. It should be Batgirl, the Killing Joke. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it too. It's a nice, short podcast. It's really fun for editing. And is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.